Hello everybody, it's Matt here from PlayStation Playback. Today I'm going to go through my PS4 games, quickly tell you what I think of each one and hope you like it. Right, so first of all we have Infamous Second Son. It's sort of an open world superhero game where you sort of gain different powers as you play it. It's really good, to be honest. I played the first two on the PS3, and there's another one on the PS4 with a girl on it. I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, this is pretty enjoyable. I did like this one. Right, next we got Devil May Cry HD Collection. This is basically the first three Devil May Cry games off of PS2. They sort of update, well, I wouldn't say we update the visuals, but it's in HD. I think the frame rate's better, but they are still basically PS2 games. But it's a pretty good value, considering you're getting 3 games in there. Next we got Mega Man 11. Sort of 2D platformer come shooter. Gotta be honest, I never really played the old Mega Man games. But yeah, I did quite enjoy this, to be honest. Had a very sort of old school retro feel to it, which I did like. Next we got Killzone Shadowfall. I believe this was a launch game on the PS4. Yeah, it was okay. It was sort of a game I played once. Yeah, never really bothered with again. It looked pretty nice, but yeah, it was good for a launch game, I guess. Next, we got the Turtles Cowabunga Collection. This was really good. It had all the 2 arcade Turtles games, Mega Drive, or Genesis if you're American, the Super Nintendo, the NES, and the Game Boy Turtles game. So you're getting quite a lot on there for the price of it. If you like your retro games, or if you just like the Turtles, that's definitely worth it. Next, we got Mortal Kombat XL. This is really good, actually. I did enjoy this. It's sort of, I think the original Mortal Kombat X was a PS3 360 game. And this is basically the same game, but you're getting all the DLC for free in the game. Like, we see there, you got Leatherface, that Texas Chainsaw, Jason, don't know who that is. But yeah, you get, I think it's got Alien and Predator as well on it, which is pretty good. So yeah, I recommended that one. Next, you got Little Big Planet 3. Again, the sequel to the 2 on the PS3. Did enjoy this. It's kind of 2D platformer, but you can sort of create your own levels and everything. It's not overly long, but apart from that, it's probably pretty good for kids as well, because it's fairly easy, to be fair. But yeah, I enjoyed that. Next, we got Uncharted and Nathan Drake Collection. It's basically the 3 PS3 Uncharted games on one disc. Really good value for money as well, because you're getting, well, 3 very good games, particularly the second game. I love Uncharted 2, it's a great game. Yeah, it seems to run a bit better as well, and I think the frame rate's higher, some of the visuals look a bit nicer in it. But yeah, that's definitely recommended. Then we got BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. One-on-one fighting game. This was all right. I really liked the way it looked, because it's got a sort of anime, sort of Japanese anime style to it, which I thought was really nice. But the actual gameplay, the actual fight in itself, it wasn't great, to be honest. It's sort of Street Fighter, but not quite as good. But you know, you do get an art book with this as well, because it's like a sort of a big box version of it, so that's pretty good. Next, we got the Sega Mega Drive Classics, which is basically 50 Mega Drive games on the PS4 disc. They've done the same thing on the PS3, and they've done the same thing on the PS2, so Sega do really like re-releasing Mega Drive stuff. Be nice to maybe get a Saturn compilation or a Dreamcast compilation. Give us something a little bit different next time. But, you know, this is pretty good. If you like Mega Drive, you like the old retro stuff, it's worth owning. Another compilation. This one is Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. It basically has, well, I won't say all the Street Fighters, but I'll show you what it's got on it there. You basically got Street Fighter 1, those are different versions of Street Fighter 2, with 3 alphas, Street Fighter 3 as well. Third Strike's an amazing game. Alpha 3 is an amazing game as well. Do like Street Fighter. I would have liked, because I haven't got Street Fighter the movie, and I haven't got Street Fighter EX, which was on the PS1, which I did used to like. That was like a 3D-ish Street Fighter, but you know, you're getting like, what, 12 games for your money, so that's pretty good. Next, we got Lego Jurassic World. It's a Lego game. You ever played a Lego game before, you pretty not know what to expect. It does feature the first Jurassic Park, Lost World, Jurassic Park 3, as well as Jurassic World. So it's like split into 4 parts. So, you know, you get a lot of content for your money on that. Again, it all kind of depends how much you enjoy Lego games and how much you're going to enjoy this. Next, we got Bulletstorm, or Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. This is a re-release of a PS3 360 game, Bulletstorm. Really enjoyable, sort of over-the-top first-person shooter. Did like this a lot. This also has, I think, the Duke Nukem DLC in there as well, which was quite fun, because I do like Duke Nukem. Next, we got Hot Shots Racing. Not actually played this, as you can see, it's still in its wrapper and that. I bought this because it reminded me of the old Sega game Virtual Racing from back in mid-90s, early 90s. And I thought, like, kind of a visual, the art style looks similar, so I will have to play this at some point or another. There we got Rayman Legends. This is a sequel to Rayman Origins. It's, again, 2D platformer, but it's got a really nice sort of hand-drawn art style to it. I really recommend either of these 2 Rayman games. Are both pretty good. Next, we got Wipeout the Omega Collection. This is Wipeout HD from the PS3 and Wipeout 2048 from the Vita. Again, sort of upscaled, up higher frame rates and all that stuff. But yeah, this is really good as well. Lots of tracks, lots of things to do on it. Would be nice if Sony done another Wipeout, because they haven't done one for years. And I remember in the PS1 era, like, Wipeout was like a really big franchise, but I don't know, I think they've lost interest in it a bit. Next, we got Sonic Forces. Yeah, this is okay, I guess. It's fine. I've heard people really have a go at this, and it's not that bad. It's just your average Sonic game, to be honest. It's fine. I enjoyed it all right. And we got Batman Arkham Knight, sort of a follow-up to the old Arkham Asylum games. Except it's sort of a bit open world, because you can get in a Batmobile and drive about and things. Yeah, I didn't actually finish this, to be honest. I got a few hours into it, and I don't know. It was good, but I just didn't feel the incentive to actually finish it, if that makes sense. But, you know, it was alright, though. Next, we got Gladius Blaze. This is like a 2D shooter, really, or a shmup, as some people like to call them. I think it got a digital release over here. I think this is actually the Japanese version of it. But, yeah, this is pretty good. I do quite like shmups generally, to be honest. So I'm probably a bit biased. But, yeah, I did enjoy this one. Here is Street Fighter 5 Championship Edition, or Champion Edition. Yeah, this is basically Street Fighter 5, but enhanced, really. A few extra characters, extra game modes, extra backgrounds. It's probably the better version of Street Fighter 5 if you're looking to get it. Yeah, I did enjoy that. It was pretty good. Yeah. Anyways. Next we have Yakuza 6, A Song of Life. I do like the Yakuza games generally. They're all pretty good. All sort of do with the Japanese mafia and things like that. But yeah, I did enjoy this one. That's pretty good. Next we got Yakuza, I don't know how to pronounce that, Kawaii, I think, 2. Which is a remake of Yakuza 2 on the PS2. But obviously upgraded a lot of the visuals and a lot more stuff to do on it and things like that. So yeah, this is pretty good as well. I like any of the Yakuzas, to be fair. They're all pretty solid games. F1 2016, F1 game. Go Masters, if you like F1, you'll like this. I think there's a ton of those on the PS4, to be honest, with different years. But yeah, this is fine. Battle Gaiara. This version, I'm not sure this ever came out in Europe. This is basically the South Korean imported version. It's an old 2D shmup from the mid-90s. I remember playing this in the arcade long time ago and really enjoyed it. I think it got a PS1 and a Saturn port, but Japanese only. And again, this is a South Korean version, so yeah, this is good, but it is very difficult to find if you want to get it. Next we got Sackboy: A Big Adventure. This is basically Little Big Planet, but instead of being 2D, it's a 3D platformer. So yeah, this was really good as well. I did enjoy this. Maybe aimed at kids a little bit, but it was still a very enjoyable little game to play. I did like this. Next we got Pure Pool, which is a pool snooker game. It's got billiards and that sort of thing on there. You can play American pool, you can play British pool. There's slightly different rules to them. Again, all depends how much you like snooker and pool and that sort of thing. But yeah, it's pretty good as a simulation goes. Next, we got Everybody's Golf. You might know this as Hot Shots Golf, depending where you are in the world. It's a golf game, but it's a very easy to pick up and play. Doesn't take itself too seriously, which I did like. And even me, who's not a golf fan, I did quite enjoy this game. It's alright. Next, we got Dead or Alive 5 Last Round. This is basically an enhanced version of Dead or Alive 5 on a PS3. Got a lot of extra characters. It's got 2 characters in Virtual Fighter as well, which I thought was pretty good. And there's extra outfits and stuff. I do like Dead or Alive. I know people take a piss out of it because it's women not wearing much fighting. But to be fair, it's a pretty well-made fighting game, to be honest. So on fighting games, we got Soul Calibur 6. Again, Soul Calibur, sort of weapons-based fighter. It's been going on for years. I did like this. I'm not sure I'm going to do one on a PS5, because again, this is quite a few years old, this one. But yeah, very enjoyable game. Next, we got Raiden 5 Director's Cut. It's again a 2D shmup or shoot 'em up. Yeah, really fun game. Again, it all depends on how much you enjoy these sorts of games, like old school style 90s arcade games, just with nicer graphics, really. But yeah, I did quite like this one. Then we got Titanfall 2, sort of a FPS, but you can get a new sort of mechs and fight as well. I think the first game was only on the Xbox. I think the second game came out on the PS5 or PS4, sorry. And yeah, this was alright. try to play it online. I don't see many people playing it online, unfortunately, but it has got a single player, which is pretty good. And we got Puyo Puyo Tetris, sort of puzzle game. Sure you played Tetris before. Puyo Puyo. You ever played Dr. Robotnik's Mean Machine on a Mega Drive? It's basically that. I think they renamed it when they released it over here. Yeah, pretty cool game. Sort of got a real like Japanese anime style to it, which I did quite like. And we got Streets of Rage 4. Really like this, but I used to love the old Streets of Rage, particularly Streets of Rage 2 on a Mega Drive. I thought it was a great game. Again, if you grew up with these sorts of games, Streets of Rage, Final Fight, Double Dragon, you'll know what to expect. If you've never played these sorts of games and you come into this, it just seems very basic. But I did enjoy this a lot, to be fair. I did like this. And the last two games we got, I put them together, is PS4 Collection Volume 1 and Volume 2. Those are basic compilations of 2D shmups or 2D shooters. They're all really good, all pretty much old 90s arcade games. You got the 1945 games on there, all three of them, Gunbird. Yeah, they're pretty good. Again, all depends on whether you like retro games or not. But yeah, I did enjoy those two. So that was my PS4 collection. Thanks for watching. I'm probably going to do the Vita next in a few weeks. So yeah, cheers for that.